Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It videos every single Wednesday where I'm talking about some new makeup releases and launches, letting you know a little bit about them, and then letting you know if I'm going to be picking them up or passing over them. Like I said, I do post these videos every single Wednesday, so I will have my Will I Buy It playlist linked down below in case you're interested in catching up on my past videos. But as always, I have a lot to talk about in my Will I Buy It videos, so why don't we go ahead and get started. So a lot of people were asking about this KKW Beauty product before it even went on sale, and I just kept not talking about it. A lot of times I touch on some of these items that I feel really passionately against in the anti-haul video, but I have decided to put my anti-hauls on hold. My Will I Buy It series was kind of a spin-off from the anti-haul videos, and when I turned it into a weekly series, I kind of put the anti-hauls on hold, but they kept being requested, so I started to do the anti-hauls. But I post a Will I Buy It video every single Wednesday, and I think I'm gonna do twice a month. I'm gonna post my wish list or won't touch, which is gonna be all about new holiday releases. That's a pretty similar format to the Will I Buy It. So I thought if I can do a monthly anti-haul as well, it's just kind of a lot of the same content. A lot of times I was saving some of these products from brands or just products in general that I know I wouldn't love, and I was kind of saving them for an anti-haul because I know a lot of people kind of like the Will I Buy It because they think it's more suspenseful, is what I've read in the comments. People get curious about it, and with some of these items, people who have been following my channel for a while kind of already know. And I touched on this in last week's Will I Buy It video that if you're new here, maybe you don't know my thoughts on Kim Kardashian West or the KKW Beauty line. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of put the anti-hauls on hold for right now. But to talk about the new release from KKW Beauty, she's coming out with a new powder contour and highlighting kit. And it does include a brush. There's 3 different kits, and each kits are going to be $52. So in each palette, you get 2 bronzing / contour powders and 2 highlighters. They already did go for sale, I think the week before I am filming this Will I Buy It video. It did sell out, and all I'm seeing right now is that the restock date is coming soon. If I have that date by the time this video is going live, I can insert it into the description box. Like I mentioned how I would typically put this in an anti-haul, that means that I am not buying this contour and highlight kit. So I don't really support Kim Kardashian West and her makeup ventures. I didn't really understand it a lot. Kind of her whole foray into the beauty industry has left a really bad taste in my mouth. You can feel whatever it is that you want to feel about Kim Kardashian West and her makeup line, and that's totally fine. But for my personal opinion, I just really wasn't super into it. And just some of the things that I see on her Snapchat, her videos, and her snaps about her makeup line, I'm like, why did you decide that you wanted to do this? Because half the time she's like, I don't know how to do makeup. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm like, then why are you doing it? Do something that you are passionate about. If you're not passionate about makeup, why did you create a makeup line? Because it made your little sister, it's going to make Kylie Jenner a billionaire within 4 years or something like that, it's projected to be, or maybe it's even less than that. I see those things, I'm like, I don't know why you're doing this then. It's just kind of it just weirds me out. And I saw her first release with Kim Kardashian West Beauty. It was the cream contour and highlight sticks. And, and watching people's videos on that was actually pretty comical about how much people really despised it. And it seemed like the only people that did really enjoy it were those that were invited to Kim Kardashian West's party and those that are doing makeup tutorials now with Kim Kardashian West on YouTube, which that also leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. I really wish that would stop happening. It's not my vibe. Her whole beauty line just gives me bad vibes. I don't like it at all. Seeing the reviews come in on her first product, seeing how little product you got for how much money you were paying, seeing them break, seeing them not work, no. I've only seen a couple videos so far of people using this powder, contour, bronzer, highlight palette. But my biggest thing is that I just don't want to support her or her brand. I'm just not interested at this time in supporting that. If something leaves me with a bad vibe, and if I look at something and I just feel kind of ick all over, why would I then depart with $52 for it? That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. I have passed over the new Kim Kardashian West highlight bronzer contour palette, but I would love to know if you guys got it, what you thought about it. Did you pick up the first release? Were you into it? Not so much. Do you have my feelings about Kim Kardashian West and her beauty line, or are you so excited about it? I mean, I know she has obviously millions and millions of fans, so I'm sure some of you watching this are. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on, you know, if you're excited about it and if you want to get it and what you want to see her come out with next. Just some comments down below. Try to keep it kind, but I like to hear everybody's opinions as long as they're, you know, somewhat humane. That's always good. But for me, it's not for me. The brand is not for me right now. I'd rather support other businesses, other brands, other entrepreneurs, other hustlers, and these just are not for me. No. So next up, I got a lot of tags about this on Instagram. And I think I know why. This is a new collaboration between MAC Cosmetics and Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is a rapper. So I feel like MAC really comes out with a lot of collaborations with a lot of different people and different types of people. Like, it's kind of wild how many collaborations MAC does. It's kind of hard to keep up with, but I got a lot of tags on this one because it is a full nude lipstick collection, and I'm like, yeah, I get why you guys tagged me on that. There are lipsticks and then also lip glosses. That's like the MAC lip gloss. There is multiple different shades in here. Looks like they're all $17.50 each. Will be available September 21st online and in select stores. So this is very interesting. I do like me some nudes. I do like Nicki Minaj. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I also consider myself to be kind of like a rap superstar. I know you might not, that you know, might not be your first guess about me, but I do feel like I have some rap skills. I would not have guessed that she would be doing a collaboration with MAC Cosmetics, but it is what it is. Can't say I'm super shocked to see a bunch of nudes in here as well. $17.50 each for some lipsticks. They're in the amplified finish. This collection, it definitely gave me a double take, not only because it's with Nicki Minaj, I wasn't expecting that, but it also gave me a double take because I love nude lipsticks. I love nudes. They are my favorite to wear, they are my favorite to buy, and I just can't help it. I'm definitely a nude lipstick lover. That being said, I think I can say with confidence that I'm gonna go ahead and pass over this collection because I just don't need more nude lipsticks right now. I don't need lipsticks in general, but I don't need any more nude lipsticks, and unless I feel like really passionately about something, I want to hold off. It's something that I really truly want and like feel like I'd be super sad if I didn't get. I'm gonna go ahead and pass over it. We have the holidays coming up, which is super crazy to think about, like the holiday makeup releases, and also the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty is coming up. I am eyeing that sale like crazy, so we will see. So if something doesn't catch my attention, if it's not something that I'm like, I truly need that, I'm gonna be super bummed if I didn't get it. I'm gonna go ahead and pass over it. So I'm gonna pass over everything from the MAC and Nicki Minaj collection, but let us know, were you super excited for this? Were you surprised when you saw the collab? Are you gonna pick up any of the nudes? Let us know. And oh my, did I get a lot of tags on this. And I was actually on a camping trip all week. I lost internet last week at my house, and so I was already kind of like being pretty spotty on social media, and then I went camping and basically didn't have a phone at all for an entire weekend. I came back and it was like so many tags on this. I was so shocked to see this myself when I went to the Trend Mood Instagram. I was like, wait a second, what? Natasha Denona is going to be releasing a new eyeshadow palette. I know. So this is going to be the Lila palette. It's going to be $129. It's going to be permanent, which is super exciting. Let's see. So it is going to be available on September 12th online at Sephora and Beautylish, and September 15th in stores. Oh no. Like, oh man. Oh man. Obviously I will insert a picture in here of the Lila palette from Natasha Denona, but this looks so pretty. I did see that the Sunset palette is coming back as well, and that it will be permanent also, and that's still $129. So I'm kind of like torn now between Sunset and the Lila palette. The Lila palette looks gorgeous. It looks perfect for fall. It looks beautiful. These shimmer shades. I hear so many good things about Natasha Denona. I had the Sunset palette on my makeup wish list. It's like, come on, Natasha Denona, what are you doing to us? This looks beyond beautiful. I want it. I want it. I want it. But will I buy it? That's really hard to say, because $129 for an eyeshadow palette is something that I still get very hung up on. And when I've talked about Natasha Denona in the past, there's been a lot of people that have been like, let me break it down for you. And they do all the math in the comments, and I appreciate that so much. And I totally get it. If you can break it down and you can do all these great things. And, you know, a lot of people are like, and if you order on Beautylish, you can, you know, just make monthly payments toward your order. You don't have to pay it all up front. And again, I get it. But it's still the concept, the thought of paying $129 for one piece of makeup is really hard for me to comprehend, and it's really hard for me to be like, that sounds like a good idea. It's just a lot of money at one time. It's a lot of money for one piece of makeup. It's a lot. Do I want the Lila palette from Natasha Denona? Yes. Do I want the Sunset palette from Natasha Denona? Yes. Do I want anything from Natasha Denona? Yes. But am I gonna buy it? As of right now, my guess is probably a no. I feel like once that September date comes around, I still feel like it's going to be really, really difficult for me to be like, this is a good idea. This is a smart purchase. There's a lot of things that I could spend $129 on right now. There's a lot of other things, not even makeup related, just life in general, that I could spend $129 on or put towards something a little bit more expensive. So I don't think that I can do it. Did I get so excited when I saw this palette? Did I do a freaking triple take at this palette? Yes. I think it looks beautiful. I would love to have it. I would love to be able to purchase it with like no guilty conscience, no nothing, just yep, this is what I'm getting. But I can't. I just can't. I wish I could. But I don't think that one's gonna be in the cards for me. I keep my practical side on a higher volume than my non-practical. I just want all of the makeup side, and I think I'm gonna be able to keep the volume turned up on this side and say no. It looks beautiful. I'm not gonna judge anybody. If that's what you want and you wanna spend $129 on eyeshadow palette, I will never judge anybody for what they wanna spend their money on, because it's your money and you can do what you wanna do. But for me, I think I'm gonna have to say that I'm not gonna buy the Lila palette from Natasha Denona. It looks gorgeous. I'm so excited to see the reviews and see the makeup looks that people come up with, but I don't think it's gonna be in my eyeshadow palette collection come September. Last item that I want to talk about is actually going to be a new collection. Oh boy. I'm gonna run through the collection quickly and then talk about one item from the collection more in depth. I'm going to be talking about the Too Faced Peaches and Cream collection. We have known for a long time now that Too Faced is going to be releasing this Peaches and Cream collection. Too Faced does this thing where they let us know like months and months and months in advance when new stuff is coming out, and then we just have to keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm not really sure I understand that tactic. I don't like when we get told like as something is releasing and we've had no prior knowledge to it, but how they kind of drag on their releases is just weird to me. But it's that time. It is finally that time for Peaches and Cream for some of these items from the collection to be going for sale. So I'm gonna run through the full collection, just give my brief thoughts on each thing, and then I'm gonna talk about the eyeshadow palette a little bit more in depth, because that one in particular I've gotten the most amount of tags on. But the entire collection, it's all peach themed, of course. There's going to be a peach blur magic blurring powder for $30. There's also going to be the Just Peachy Velvet Matte eyeshadow palette, which is $45 with 12 matte shades. There's going to be a Sweetie Pie Radiant Matte Bronzer for $30. Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder for $32. The Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Perfecting Primer, $32. Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, $36. The Peach Mist, $32. It's a mattifying setting spray. It's gonna be the Bronzed Peach Creamy Bronzer plus Peach Frost Creamy Highlighter for $30. Peach My Cheeks Melting Powder Blush, $30. Peach Kiss Moisture Matte Longwear Lipstick, $21 in 20 shades. The full collection is going to be available August 31st online and at Sephora and in stores September, exclusive to US and Canada. The only two things that actually somewhat caught my attention was the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation for $36. I just like foundation. I like trying different foundations. I'm definitely on a foundation kick right now. I keep buying foundations and trying new foundations, but because of that, I also have a lot of new foundations, and I'm trying to get through new foundations to review new foundations, so why would I buy a new foundation? I don't need to. A lot of the collection is just not for me. If you are not familiar with my channel and my past videos, I've actually been on a break with Too Faced. I have not purchased anything from Too Faced since their white chocolate chip palette. I really dislike that palette, and it just really is kind of what like tipped me over the edge with Too Faced. I was just feeling really underwhelmed by their releases. A lot of items seem to be very subpar. They just seem to be coming out like just churning out products at such a fast rate, but the quality is not there. I have seen it myself because I've tried new products, I have watched the reviews, I've talked to my friends about them. A lot of that I am not interested in. I will say that the eyeshadow palette caught my attention. It caught my attention months ago when we saw the eyeshadow palette come out. It caught my attention months ago. It still kind of has my attention right now. It's $45 for 12 different shades. I can't remember off the top of my head how many shades are in the Sweet Peach palette, but that palette was like $49. And I mean, that palette is much bigger. This little palette looks like a little square, whereas the you know, the Sweet Peach one was like the longer tin, and that was only $4 more. So I feel like the $45, to me, that feels like a pretty high price. It made me do a double take because I like these types of colors. I like these types of shades. I really enjoy my Sweet Peach palette. I continually reach for it even now that, you know, I'm not boycotting Too Faced. I'm not using Too Faced products because I am. I like the Sweet Peach palette. I like their bronzer. There's items from Too Faced that I do enjoy. I'm just not buying anything new from them at this time. That being said, I honestly kind of wondered like, oh, maybe this will be the item that gets me to buy something new from Too Faced because I enjoy the Sweet Peach palette. I enjoy these shades. They're my kind of colors. I feel like I could get a lot of use out of this, but I don't think it's going to be. I think the $45, I feel like that price tag is high, and that doesn't impress me. To know that my Sweet Peach was $49 and it came with more shades and more varieties and it was just a bigger palette in general, I'm not super impressed with that. But again, I just kind of wonder how the quality is going to be on this collection. I'll be very curious. I'll be curious to watch the reviews. I know Too Faced sends out a ton of PR packages, so I will be watching the review videos. I'll be seeing what people have to say. If there's a lot of really good feedback on the Peach palette, I honestly might buy it, just so I can try it out for myself. I have always said that even though I'm not buying from Too Faced right now and I consider us to be on a break, that I'm not against purchasing from them in the future. I like to think of myself as pretty open-minded, especially when it comes to something as small as makeup and buying makeup. I like to think that I'm pretty open-minded, and a lot of times you hear me say, I'm not interested in supporting right now. I'm not interested in buying from this brand at this time. It doesn't mean that that's forever and that I will never purchase from them. When a brand like Too Faced comes out with something that I am actually interested in, that did make me do a double take, that I think I could use on a regular basis, I'm interested in it. I'm not interested enough to go ahead and wait in crazy lines and, you know, all the things that happened with the prior Peach collection that came out that really made a lot of people very upset. I'll go ahead, I'll watch the reviews, I will see what people have to say, and if there's a lot of really good feedback, I would be interested in picking it up and trying it out for myself, and maybe, you know, Too Faced and I can start rebuilding our relationship. Maybe we can. I'm open to it. We gotta see if Too Faced is open to it. So that's kind of my thoughts on the collection. A lot of it's just stuff I don't need. I also kind of wish they would have done something different than Peaches because we've already got Peaches from them. So I'm like, why are you going back to this? But I don't know. I would like to get your guys' thoughts, of course, as always, on the Peaches and Cream collection. If there's anything that caught your attention, did what I say about the eyeshadow palette surprise anybody? You know, because I'm not saying that I am going to buy it and the day that it releases I'm going to be there trying to buy it. I'm not, but I am saying that I'm open to it. I'm willing to give it a try if other people tell me that it is like the, you know, what used to be really good quality eyeshadow palettes from Too Faced. I know a lot of people like those chocolate bar palettes, the original chocolate bar, the semi-sweet, all of those. People really enjoyed those. And so when they started to come out with these subpar palettes, a lot of people were incredibly disappointed, myself being one of them. So, you know, we'll see. Are you going to be one of those that are buying the palette right away? Because if you are, I sure hope you tell me your thoughts on it and if you think it's worth me to depart my $45 with to give it a try. So let us know your thoughts on the collection. I'm curious to know. I think a lot of you have some strong thoughts on it from what I've seen from the comments on Instagram and also some of the Snapchats that are coming in, but let us know. I want to hear your thoughts. Okay, so that is everything for this week's Will I Buy It video. Hopefully my lighting wasn't too crazy. It's super dark once again. I think it is going to storm, so I did have to bust out my ring light, which I know can make my lighting kind of crazy. Typically I just work off of natural light, but hopefully my lighting wasn't too bad, and hopefully you were still able to enjoy this week's Will I Buy It. As always, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Let me know what you want to see in next week's Will I Buy It video as well. You can leave it in the comments here, or contact me on any of my other social media accounts, which are right here. But if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.